Hello and welcome to another Nimble video tutorial. This is a quick video tutorial. Just want to give you a quick update on what I've been working on. In the last video I showed how I could build a cross-platform application using Electron. You watched as I was able to build the dynamic dashboard and the previous SDK dictionary using Electron. And when I finished the application, it dawned on me how much I could use the current source base to start working on Nimblev5. And I mentioned that I might work on it at near the end of this year, maybe next year. But then I spent an hour or two on it on Saturday and was able to get some really nice results. But before I show what I was able to create, I wanted to hit 5 or 6 topics really quickly on the difference between Nimble and other frameworks. First thing is the target market. Other frameworks target developers, Nimble targets business. And what I mean by target market is the people who benefit from using AngularJS are usually developers, particularly contractors, because of the time and the over-engineered nature of Angular. It takes a longer time to finish or complete an Angular application than it would a Nimble application. Nimble is designed to get results fast, build prototypes, and improve performance, which brings to the second point difference between the two, and that's the cost to build. Angular is more costly to stand up an application, whereas Nimble is designed to build your full application quickly, and every application after that, because of the amount of code reuse, should stand up faster and more accurate. Third difference between two frameworks or modern frameworks and NimbleJS is dependency. Angular and other frameworks have a lot of third-party dependency. Nimble is a standalone framework and works without any jQuery or other third-party libraries unless you so choose to import them. The fourth item has to do with the timeless design. Angular and many frameworks are, targeting to swoon developers by saying it's hip, it's using modern JavaScript, it uses TypeScript, and all of these selling points to developers. But honestly, businesses don't care about that stuff. They care about results, they care about quality of code. Nimble's foundation is on accurate functional JavaScript with timeless code of functions and variables to get the work done. It's not necessarily, it might look hip, but the design is based on proven algorithms and mathematics. My fifth item is standards. Angular, because it uses, when you couple it with object-oriented programming, it has an undocumented life cycle or a component life cycle that is not hard fixed with the framework, which allows developers to create unmaintainable code. And without a full documentation of a design approach using Angular, you can build a lot of dependencies and code that is not easily interpreted if you transfer the project to new developers. With Nimble, the IDE and component model follows similar to Microsoft's COM, so therefore it has a history of a design that is easily to understand and easily to transfer once you get up and running. The sixth item is really just a question, and it just goes to what I'm about to show you next, and that is the purity of the design. Can you use Angular to build a better Angular or better tools for Angular? And some developers would probably say yes, but honestly, the time or the amount of work it would take to do so would be cumbersome to actually build development tools using Angular for Angular. And that's a very critical difference to me, because once you have built a piece of technology that isn't pure, it usually is a deterrent for me using it. With Nimble, you have the ability to build a new version of Nimble. As I've said, I've compiled the IDE in itself since version 2.0, and I'm going to show you the quick prototype I built on Saturday for, I guess, Nimble 5.0. This was dragged together by copying pieces of the source code into a JavaScript project. I was able to import, of course, the menu system directly. I've showed a demo of the menu system before. And then build a pretty nice toolbox with a tree view for each of the project subfolders that I currently use for Nimble projects. The toolbox with some dynamics in the sizing and the property panel. This was all dragged together, like I said, in about an hour, 2 hours worth of work. I was even able to allow the toolbox to actually build forms that can be edited along the beginning of actually constructing your application using the new Nimble version 5 SDK IDE. I wanted to give you guys a quick look at this because like I said, this was just thrown together using all the current source that I have and just bringing it in and compiling it in the JavaScript side, and everything seemed to connect and work really well. Once I guess spend more time on the design, on this design, I'm sure I'll be able to push this thing forward very quickly. But nonetheless, Nimble itself makes moving this project forward much more robust and easier than I would in any other JavaScript framework. Thank you for watching.